Hello everyone, this is Diane Murray at Seven Art Gallery, and we are working on our Daniel Smith dot cards. We are on the third page. We're finishing the greens. This is Zoyazite, which is another Primatech color. It's semi-transparent and it is light fast. This is Daniel Smith's olive green, light fast, and they say semi-transparent. This is Daniel Smith's green gold. Green gold in other brands is much more yellow than this. This is really a lovely color though, but it has a light fast rating of 2, not 1, and it is transparent. Now rich green gold is the color of most green golds, but that is semi-transparent. It is not rated, and it is low staining. This is Nickel Azo Yellow. This is a color I use frequently from M. Graham. They call theirs, I think they call it Nickel Azo Yellow. It's a nice earthier, warm yellow. It's transparent, and this is a nice version of Nickel Azo. It's also light fast. This is Bronzite Genuine, which does not re-wet easily, so I'm gonna put a little water on these because these don't tend to re-wet easily. Bronzite is a Primatech color. Very low in its tinting strength. I don't know what you would use this color for really. It's transparent and it is light fast. And as we discussed before, Daniel Smith does not put their pigment numbers on these dot cards, but you can easily find the pigment information on their website, or if you go to Jerry's or Dick Blick, they will give you the pigment information on these pigments. This is Verona Gold Ochre, which is very poor tinting strength as well. It is transparent, and it is, oh, this is an interesting color. Look at this big chunk of, there's like a big chunk of pigment on here. Very interesting. It does re-wet better than the other ones though. It's also a Primatech color. It's called Burnt Bronzite Genuine. It's transparent and it is light fast. That is an interesting color. I do have French Ochre. It's one of the colors I bought early on when I first got into Daniel Smith, and I bought a whole lot of their tube paints, and most of them I do not use. This is one of them. It's just too weak for me. It is transparent and it is light fast. Here's the Raw Sienna Light. I do use this color. I do like their Raw Sienna. It's semi-transparent and it is light fast and it is not staining. Here is Burgundy Yellow Ochre, and I am not a fan of yellow ochre, at least in watercolor. I do use it in oils, but not so much in watercolor. Only for skin tones, that's about it. And that is Burgundy Yellow Ochre, transparent and light fast. This is their yellow ochre, and they say it is transparent. I have never seen a transparent yellow ochre. So if this is transparent, I will be surprised. Let's go over the name and see what happens there. It might be transparent and light fast and staining. Here's Mars Yellow, which is very similar to all of these. Semi-transparent, and light fast. Now here's their normal Raw Sienna. Oh, I think I misspoke. This is the Raw Sienna that I use, not this one. It is semi-transparent and it is light fast and staining. Here's their Quinn Gold, which is a new formulation since they can't get the PO49 anymore. It's very much on the orange side. Don't care for it. It's transparent, and light fast. Here's transparent yellow oxide. I am interested in the oxides, the transparent oxides. I think that's something I may eventually start using. This one's transparent, and it's a series 1, and it is light fast. Now, this is a color that's supposed to be similar to raw sienna. It's Mont Amiata, I think. Natural sienna. I think that's how you say it. It's transparent, and it is light fast. And it seems to be in between the two siennas, although it's much more on the yellow side. It's actually a really nice color. I debated this one and the raw sienna, so when I purchased that, there's Hematite Burnt Scarlet Genuine, which I'm contaminating there. Got to be careful. It is a Primatech color. It is semi-transparent and light fast and granulating. You can see it already granulating. I like this Burnt Bronzite Genuine. It has a slight sparkle to it. That's a color I'm going to have to check out. Here is the environmentally friendly yellow oxide, which doesn't look yellow at all. It looks like burnt sienna. Pretty color though. It is semi-transparent, and it is light fast. Here's Go Ice Brown, which is a color you hear a lot about from Jane Blundell and Liz Steele and the Australian watercolorist. They use that color a lot. I don't think I have a need for it. Semi-transparent, and it is light fast. Here is Daniel Smith's Quinn Gold. Very much on the orange side. Very orange. More gold, more orange than gold, I would say. Transparent and light fast. Here's another color I bought early on, Italian Deep Ochre, which I never use. It has a poor tinting strength, and it's honestly, it's hard to re-wet, and it's just a difficult color to use. It's probably because it's an ochre. Anyway, wasn't impressed with that. It's transparent, and it's light fast. This is another color I bought early on. I bought a lot of Daniel Smith in the beginning of my many years ago. This is Lunar Earth. It's just an absolutely gorgeous color, and they say it's transparent, and there is no way Lunar Earth is transparent. It's the most opaque pigment other than Indian Red that I own, and I can't believe that they say it's transparent. And it's staining. Here's Burnt Yellow Ochre, which isn't yellow at all. I guess it's because it's burnt. So, I don't know. It re-wets fairly easily. It's transparent. And it's light fast. This is a color that I have been looking at. I'm interested in, but it is transparent. It's called Garnet Genuine. Very lovely color, but if I recall, it has a strong drying shift when it dries, but it's light fast. This is Roasted French Ochre, and I'm not spending a terrible amount of time on each color because I want you to see all this without this video lasting forever. That's transparent and light fast. Here's Burgundy Red Ochre. So many of Daniel Smith's colors are just variations on the same color. So you really don't need them all. You can be very selective about which colors you buy from Daniel Smith. Here's Burgundy Red Ochre. It's transparent and it is light fast. And the difference between these is so minimal. You certainly don't need both of those, and you don't need this one either. This one has a it's drying very doesn't have a good tinting strength. Here's their Indian Red, which they do admit that it's opaque. It is so opaque. This is one of the most opaque colors that you can get. I do own this, not in Daniel Smith though, and it is light fast. And it's kind of fun to play with. Here's Venetian Red, which is also opaque. It's a little bit more on the orange side. This one's got a little more blue in it. But both of those colors are nice colors if you don't mind them being opaque. Here's Italian Burnt Sienna, which is kind of like the Italian Deep Ochre up here. Has not a great tinting strength, and it's hard to re-wet. It's semi-transparent, and it is light fast. Okay, here's one of their most famous colors, Quinacridone Burnt Scarlet. I think this is a P048. I don't use their Quinacridone Burnt, oh excuse me, this is Quinacridone Burnt Orange, so that could be a different pigment. Not sure about that. Anyway, it's transparent, and it is light fast. Here's their Quinacridone Sienna, which I'm not familiar with. I don't know, it's quite orange. It's transparent, and it is light fast. Pompeii Red, which is semi-transparent, light fast, and again has that poor tinting strength, and probably has a shift like this. Here's Red Fuchsite Genuine, which is a Primatech color. It is transparent. It is hard to re-wet, very hard to re-wet. Let's do the Pipestone while we're at it. We'll give these guys a head start, because a lot of the Primatechs do not re-wet well. This should be sparkly because it's Fuchsite, and it is, but it also has a weak tinting strength. Here is Minnesota Pipestone, which has a really poor tinting strength. Do not care for this one at all. It's semi-transparent. Here's Sedona Genuine. It's probably from the rocks in Sedona. It's a Primatech color. It re-wets better than that. It's semi-transparent, and it is light fast. A little on the orange side. You certainly wouldn't need all of these. I mean, they're so close. All of these colors are so close together. You could just pick one of any of these and be fine. This is Italian Venetian Red. The tinting strength is not great on it. Semi-transparent. And it is light fast. This is English Red. It is oh, and that was granulating. This one is supposed to be granulating. It is opaque, hard to re-wet. Many of the opaque pigments are hard to re-wet. And it's light fast, according to that. So this is the one I was referring to, Quinacridone Burnt Scarlet, that a lot of people use this pigment. It does re-wet well. It is transparent. It's a beautiful kind of earthy orange. It's not rated as far as light fastness goes, but they say it's a 1. This is Perylene Maroon. Gorgeous color. I do use this color. I love this color. It is semi-transparent. It is highly staining, and it is light fast.